guys, I know I've been making a lot of guide videos as of late, but as of lately, I've really been wanting to talk about Lost Ark's crazy success, which seemed to have caught everyone off guard, including myself. With me having nearly over 100 hours played already, needless to say, I'm really enjoying this game. Also, if you end up enjoying the video and want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to comment down below and let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe to see when I upload next. Also, come check me out on Twitch and say what's good, as a secret face let me know you came from a YouTube video. Alright, back to the content. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the public launch of Lost Ark, and let's be honest, it's been nothing short of amazing. Unlike another game published by Amazon Game Studios, which shall not be named. Even though it's been slightly over a week since the public launch of Lost Ark, the daily peak concurrent player base has consistently been over 1 million. That in itself is quite the accomplishment, coming from a publisher that has a long history of not so impressive game releases. Lost Ark being able to uphold its over 1 million concurrent player base is quite the impressive feat, but at the same time, not really when you look at circumstance. Many attributes can be attributed to the well-timed success of Lost Ark, like the fact that MMORPGs as a genre have been, to put it blunt, dying, with old, dated, time sinks, rushed, unbalanced, money-hungry, and poorly developed games flooding the market for far too long. What Lost Ark brought from Korea to North America and Europe has been nothing short of a breath of fresh air for gamers, albeit to my surprise, because Korean games are notoriously known for their pay-to-win hungry business models found in games like Black Desert Online. But regardless of the pay-to-win cultural difference between Western gamers and Eastern gamers, Lost Ark has been able to translate their success from Korea to North America almost flawlessly. Lost Ark's successful launch onto the North American market can be accredited to their almost perfectly timed release date. Lost Ark's release has many things in common with another popular and highly successful game that released nearly 5 years ago now, Fortnite. What these two games have in common is their impeccable release date into a gaming market filled with some type of void in gamers at the time. When Fortnite released, the quality of FPS multiplayer shooting games were at an all-time low, with the release of games like World at War II, Destiny 2, and Battlefield 1 being some of the highlights from that year. These games left players of the genre with practically nothing to play. This was until Fortnite released. What Fortnite brought to the market was a new, innovative, and fun experience for FPS players. In the case of Lost Ark, in North America, the MMORPG genre has been filled with, to put it lightly, underwhelming games over the last few years, leaving the same type of void in MMORPG players the FPS players felt prior to the release of Fortnite. Lost Ark brings a fully developed and fleshed out game straight from Korea over to North America with multiple extensive systems, difficult boss mechanics, a grindy player progression system that gives players a perpetual reason to keep coming back, and a decent story, albeit it may seem like a button mashing simulator at times. Everything that players of the MMORPG genre have been desperately waiting for. With the release of Fortnite, Epic Games showed gaming studios everywhere that a free-to-play model can easily earn more than a pay-to-play model. With the barrier of entry to Lost Ark being a PC and a fairly weak one at that, there was almost nothing stopping the MMORPG starved player base from flocking to the game on release, although that alone isn't what kept them playing almost 2 weeks after the release. Like I said earlier in the video, Korea has a very pay-to-win centric gaming culture, meaning it's normal for those willing to pay to get numerous advantages over those not. So I won't beat around the bush by telling you Lost Ark, a Korean game, isn't pay to win. Because in all honesty it is, to a certain extent though. In Lost Ark you're able to spend money to get ahead of players who aren't, although limited. Like I said earlier, the MMORPG genre player base has been pretty much starved of anything remotely good for a long time. So many like myself are just happy to play a new, well-developed MMORPG for the first time in a long time. That's why, even though you are capable of paying to progress faster than someone who isn't, a majority of players only find that to be an issue because although you are capable of paying to be ahead, they're also paying to play by themselves because they'll have a harder, or in some cases impossible time finding people queuing up for the same endgame content this early in the game's release. I know for me personally and a lot of other players, the joy of playing MMORPGs is playing with friends and steadily progressing through the game. I think many of us, even including Smilegate, have Amazon Games to thank actually for the super successful launch of Lost Ark in North America and Europe. But North America in particular, I truly believe if Smilegate didn't partner with Amazon for the release of Lost Ark in North America and Europe, the game would have never gotten as much traction as it does today. Twitch has grown rapidly over the last 2 years as a primarily gaming focused streaming platform, more than doubling its user base and hours watched since 2019. So, needless to say, Smilegate having the opportunity to promote the launch of its game on a primarily gaming focused streaming platform as large as Twitch was in their best interest. Having the opportunity to get their game in front of an audience that might not necessarily be MMORPG players is fine, because at the very least, they're almost guaranteed to be gamers. And with the barrier of entry being just a PC, it was a no-brainer that many Twitch users would at the very least try out the game on launch. Because Smilegate chose Amazon Game Studios as their publisher, they've been able to market on Twitch via Twitch Prime Loot and drops until March, with more drops more than likely coming out in the near future, all potentially at no cost to Smilegate because of their exclusivity deal with Amazon Game Studios. This alone has kept Lost Ark as one of the top viewed categories since launch, and although it may not seem like that big of a deal to your average viewer, by having your game as one of the top viewed games on Twitch for this long, Smilegate is essentially branding Lost Ark in the mind of Twitch users, making it more likely for those same people to give the game a shot in the future. And that wraps up the video, guys. This took me quite a bit of time to make, so I really appreciate all those that actually stayed to the end. Y'all the real MVPs. If you enjoyed this type of content and want to see more like this in the future, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe to see more videos by me in the future. Also, come through, check out the Twitch, I stream games daily on there. Peace.